Hello, Internet. Welcome. We're joining you from Anaheim, California, the Captain's Arcade Showroom, the 2025 Pins and Pirates Pinball Rally. It is amazing, and we are in day 2 of qualifying. So, day 2 of qualifying for what? We're not just holding one tournament. We're not just holding we're not holding 3. We're holding 4 simultaneous tournaments right here, right now. We have a main tournament, a 90s tournament, a classics tournament, and a women's tournament. So we got all these things going on. We can take a look at some of these things. There's a website here that I'll put in the chat for you that takes you to all sorts of things. Oops. Yeah, if you go to there, you can click on all sorts of things, and eventually, this is the Never Drain site, and you can see how everyone is doing in division, in the main, in the main, and somehow I can't interact. You can look at the main, you can look at the classics, you can look at the women's, and you can even look at the 90s. Yeah, so we got all this going on, all these tournaments simultaneously taking place, and we're having a blast. So you might be asking yourself, well, okay, these are things, but what do they all mean? Well, what the format of this tournament is as follows. The main tournament, for example, has 11 or 12 machines in it. And people go and play those machines, and we record their scores. And every player gets credit for the highest score they get on each game. For example, if I come over here, we can pick a game. Here's Aerosmith. I happen to be on the top. Yeah, so everyone has played a bunch of Aerosmith games, and this is everyone's top score. If you have the top score on a game, you get 100 points. The second highest score, you get 94, third highest, 91, and then it goes down by 1 all the way to 1. So everyone who plays a game gets some sort of score on each game. So, for example, we could go over to Jungle Queen. Okay. Oh, I have the top score on that. We could go over to Stranger Things with, let's go to Walking Dead. Here we are. Here's a bunch of Walking Dead scores. Top score gets 100, second place 94, third place 91, etc., etc., etc. And then you get a total score. You get a total score like this in the main tournament here by adding up your best 7 scores out of 100. Okay, so Jack here, he has his best 7 scores total 649, where each of those 7 scores is out of 100. And here's some features. He's actually number 1 on King Kong, number 2 on Walking Dead, number 2 on Beatles, which is being played in classics mode, by the way, and number 3 on Aerosmith. Yeah, so you get a score. Now, like I said, there's actually simultaneously 3 other tournaments going on. So here's the same things. In the Classics tournament, there are 10 games in the bank, and you take the score from your best 6, scored the same way. So, for example, some of the games in Classics include Dracula, which is under repair, Frontier, Lost World, Meteor, Old Chicago, Paragon, Sinbad, Skateball, Star Race, and Tri-Zone. And again, everyone who plays these games gets a score from 1 through 100, and then they take their best 6 in the Classics, and they comprise their score for the tournament. And then on Saturday and Sunday, we're going to have finals. But right now we're qualifying, and these are how you get your scores for qualifying. Main, take your best 7 scores out of 100. Classics, take your best 6 scores out of 100. Women's, take your best 6 scores out of only 8 games. And 90s, take your best 6 scores out of 10 games. So that's the story. So that's what's going on here. And we're playing a bunch of games. That's what's going on. We're playing a bunch of games. and we're joining you today because we're going to show you some of the pinball live and in person. Now, we can kind of only show one game at once, but I have moved the rig over to Meteor. Yeah, that was one of the games in the Classics division. Here's the captain himself playing a little Meteor, and we're going to see how the captain does it. So again, this is just he's playing this game because he wanted to, so he signed up in a queue on his phone. He said, "Oh, okay, put me on the queue for Meteor," and there was probably actually no one in front of him, so he just walked up and he started playing. And you put yourself in a queue, and then when you're called in the queue, you play the game, and then that's an official entry for you for Meteor. You can't play the game unless you're doing an official entry, but by entering himself in your computer, this is an official Meteor entry. We can't see that he's on ball 2, but he is, I think. And so he's playing. Yeah, and so whatever score he gets is going to be compared to everyone else's score, and the best Meteor score will get 100 points, second best 94, etc., etc., etc. Now, part of the reason, oh, by the way, for those of you who play Meteor at home and wonder why there's a 0 missing, well, there's a 0 missing. We cut the 0 off. There's a special ROM that cuts the 0 off, so if someone gets to a score that would have been in millions, we'll actually see it because their score is divided by 10, and they'll be in the 100,000s. Okay, so what is Captain Chris himself doing on this game of Meteor? Well, a lot of the game of Meteor is spelling Meteor. A little hard to see up here, but there's 6 drop targets. Right now, 2 of them are down. And as you spell Meteor, things happen. If you completely spell Meteor, your bonus multiplier goes up by 1 step for the rest of the game. This is a 3-ball game, by the way. If you spell Meteor a little bit, like right now, he has 5 down and 1 up, you increase the value of your spinner. Yeah, so right now, and again, all the numbers on the playfield, you have to divide them by 10 to get the score that we're actually going to see on this game with a modified ROM. But by partially spelling Meteor, he has lit his spinner to be worth, because the M is down, that adds 60 a click. The E, the T, the E, and the O, which should be down but it's not, actually add 20 a click each. So the spinner's lit for 140 a click. And that's one of the dominant storing strategies in Meteor, is to get that spinner lit for a high value by dropping most but not all of these and ripping the spinner. And as I said, right now, that's 140 a click. Okay, so it was 140 a click for a little while, but he did something that completed Meteor. Once you complete Meteor, the spinner value goes down to almost nothing. So that's what's going on here. Here we are, ball 3. Ball 3's over. And he's going to get some bonus at the end of his ball, but that's not going to be nearly as big as the scores he got from ripping the spinner. So that's the score for the game. If it's his high score, it gets entered into the fray. If it's not his high score, it just gets thrown away. And that's what's going on. So let's see if he's going to play it again. We get to watch the game from the beginning. He is. And let's see what he does off the plunge. For me, I want the ball up here. There's a flipper up here. I want the ball up here, and I start banging away at like M and R because those increase the value of the spinner the most. So that's what he did. He didn't manage to flip with it, but he got it up there to that flipper. So right now, there's a bunch of things that actually spot Meteor letters. These star rollovers can, the in lanes when they're lit can. So some of these things are going down not just by hitting these drop targets, but by going through these special things that actually drop Meteor letters for you. But he's been flipping around for a little while now, and he's gotten some points. But the important thing he's done, and again, this is actually carries over to the next ball, he's lit his spinner for 120 a click because these 4 are down. This one being up is a phantom. These 4 are down. So he wants spinner. He wants to spin the spinner for 120 a click. Now, if he knocks the M down, it'll be worth 180 a click. If instead he knocks the E down, it would have been worth 140 a click. Since he got them both down, it goes back to scratch, and the the spinner value completely resets. So now it's set for 60 a click, which isn't terrible, but it's not as much as it was before. It's left for 60 a click because he has these 3 down, and each of those increase the spinner value by 20. Okay. Backward spinner counts, by the way. You can sometimes bank it through here and spin backwards, and it counts. But here, he has all but M down. So if he can avoid dropping M, he can rip this spinner for 140 a click over and over. He didn't do it. See, he plunged across this star rollover. It gave him it spotted the final M letter. It reset the value of the spinner, and then he just immediately went about trying to relight the spinner for more points again. Okay. Okay, so that's a little more than his last score. He's not thrilled with it, but for example, we can just come over here and we can look, and we can see, for example, if we go to Classics game scores, we can see what he's, and I click on Meteor up here. We can see Jack Slovacek got a pretty amazing 160. So for those of you who play at home, that would be the equivalent of 1.6 million. So to get really high points, you want to be up here in like the 60s, 70s, or 80s. But everyone is getting points. So where am I? I've actually got 59. But and Chris is up here. See, if he doesn't beat that 53, it doesn't change his score. Because right now he gets 83 for Meteor. See? And if he doesn't beat 53, he doesn't change. But if he gets up here ahead of me, say, he'll jump up to 85. Up here, he'll jump up to 89 or 94 or 100. So that's what's going on. Yeah, so that's what's going on. And in fact, we can go look. We can even click on the captain. Captain, we're clicking on you. And we're clicking on you. We're seeing what you can do. So Captain's actually joining me here in the booth, and we can see what he's doing. He was playing in Classics here, and we can see right now, I mean, he's getting points here for Meteor, but he wants more. He wants more. So if he can jump up, if he can get better than that 53,000, he's going to jump up in points. He's got a good score on Lost World. This is the 3rd highest score. I haven't gotten that close to that score yet. I might try later, but he gets 91 for that. 3rd highest score, yeah, 3rd highest. So it's a grinder game, yeah. So basically now he can go play in the Classics and try and build up his score, and that'll increase his standing, in that tournament. Now he can also come over here and he can play games in the main bank. Remember here in the Classics you get your best 6 scores. In main you get your best 7. So you can see he's got the absolute top score on Counterforce. Okay, so he gets 100 points for that. Keep in mind, top score 100, second score 94, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 91, 90, 89, 88, all the way down. So you get a big bonus for being the champ. So right now, he's the champ on Counterforce. So he gets 100 for that. And you can see, so he's got a lot of, these are a lot of pretty high numbers. So he's doing very well in the main tournament. And then here, he played Walking Dead, and he has some ranking in that game. He got 81. Why is it crossed out? Well, it's not one of his top 7. So that's what's going on. It's just not one of his top 7. He technically has an 81 for Walking Dead. So if 100 people walked in and beat his Warlock score, 100 different people beat his Warlock score, that 81 would become one of his best 7 scores. But right now, that 81 doesn't count. Now, as other people play, these scores could go down. Okay, right now he's got the 3rd highest on Jungle Queen. Okay, if someone else beats him, he's going to drop from 91 to 90. Right now, he's got the high score on Counterforce. No one might ever beat him. But if someone does, he drops from 100 to 94 without even doing anything himself. So there's a lot that can go on. That's the numbers. That's the way the numbers work. So again, that's what's going on there. And I think, are we picking up a game? Okay, here's Al. Oh, see, Allie is playing Meteor and has an issue. So there's 2 reasons you raise your hand at a game. 1 is a problem, and 2 is to record a score. So something weird is going on that it is not recording their score, but there it is. Meanwhile, behind the facade of this innocent-looking bookstore, I'm going to try and put Allie's name up here. Trying to do some things. We can make it so you can see the player's name as they play, but for some reason that's not what is happening right now. Look here. There she is, Allie. Yeah. By the way, Internet, I can't hear what's going on there, but you can. So if they said stuff that explain what's happening, that's great. Oh, I bet she started the game and had 1,000 points by accident. Sometimes the game just starts with points. So you might think, oh, that's a shame she had a quick bad ball. But she actually has this lit for 140 a click. So if she can actually manage to not complete the drops by hitting the R, she could have got this for 140 a click. She got the R. Goes back to scratch. Her spinner's not worth anything. Now you might also be asking, well, Dennis, a lot of these old games are very bonus-centric. Does bonus play a role here in Meteor? Interesting question. So, as I mentioned at the very beginning of the stream, clearing Meteor, which he's now done twice, increases your bonus X for the rest of the game. So she started with 1X bonus at the beginning of the game, and then clearing this twice, she got to 2X and 3X. So that's why the 2 and the 1 are lit. It's additive. So she has 3X bonus for the rest of the game. And her bonus is going to come from these dangerous drop targets. And her bonus is indicated here. So right now, she's gotten 3 of these. Her bonus here is 3,000. She's gotten 2 of these. Her bonus here is 2,000. She's gotten 2 of these. Her bonus here is 2,000. So right now, she has 7,000 base bonus. Make that 8,000 base bonus. Make that 11,000 base bonus times 4. I'm sorry, 1,100 times 4. So she got 4,400 in bonus. Okay, so I mean that's 4,400 is what it is. You can get a big bonus, and she is on 4X bonus now. For me, I'm focusing on lighting the spinner for big value and shooting it. But if you clear Meteor a bunch like she has, she's at 4X bonus. So it's not going to be, when she ends the game, it's not going to be nothing. A lot of times players that play the game recreationally, when extra balls are on, will play to win an extra ball. If you happen to get all 3 rockets at the same level, in other words, like if you, for example, if you have 3 of these, 3 of these, 3 of these, and no more, no less, you get them at the same level, a flashing wow roams around the playfield, and if you hit the wow target or finish the wow bank of targets, you get an extra ball. But on this game, extra balls are off. Is it points? I don't know. Maybe. I'm not sure. Okay, let's refresh this. Jacqueline up here. Hello, Jacqueline. Yeah, visiting from Northern California. Oh, Lynn's Arcade. See that? Lynn's Arcade. See that? Lynn's is like a good friend. Lynn's Arcade is good friends of ours here at the Captain's Arcade Showroom, and we're really happy to have so many players from up north come down to play. See what she does on Meteor. So, it's kind of interesting. This has a Kirk post. It's either the first or one of the first games with a Kirk post. It's called a Kirk post because it was invented by Steve Kirk, named right here on the playfield. And if the ball's coming exactly down the middle, you might be able to play the ball off the Kirk post and back into play. And you might think, how can you drain? And the answer is like that. One is you can hit the Kirk post and it just goes down instead of up. And 2, there's still plenty of room to drain here and here. But that's another interesting feature of this game is the Kirk post. We sometimes call it a center post. Yeah. But this is either the first or one of the first games to have center post. And now, I mean, even some modern games have these center posts. Or Kirk posts, as I prefer to call them, because some of them aren't even in the center anymore. Anyway, Jacqueline is on her way. She has the spinner lit for 100 and a click. That was a good effort there to try and bring it out. You can do some funny things sometimes on the center post, and you can see she's on it here. And she, you know, you can you can actually bounce off it several times, and that's basically what happened there. She kind of just like, you know, you can nudge the machine a little bit. You nudge it too much, you get a tilt, and your ball ends. But she was just trying to get that ball up, you know, and over to a flipper so she could throw it back into play. It didn't quite happen. But let's see if she gives it another go. Not yet. Okay. Let's see here. Let's go back and let's come here and let's actually look at the scores on Meteor. So again, I can go to Classics Games Scores, and I click up here on Meteor. You all can do this at home. You click on the link I put in the chat earlier. So yeah, I mean, this is really, this 160, which is again at home equivalent to 1.6 billion. This is a lot. I have a 59, which is worth 85 points. I mean, could I get 70 and jump to 88? Maybe. It's not impossible. Maybe. All right, let's see who's on the game. We got someone new on the game here. Oh, Terry. Okay. Oh, from Sherman Oaks. Okay, that's north of here, but not as far north as Jack came from. Hello, Terry. Glad you came down for the rally. Let's see what she can do. I actually don't know Terry, and I've sort of never seen her play. So thank you, Terry, for joining us and letting us watch and see what you can do on Meteor. Okay, good control there. So there's a lot of, you know, what she really wants here. It's a little hard to see these lettermans, but right now she has 2 down and 4 up. Now she has 4 down. So now, so again, the M and the R actually increase the spinner value by 60 a click, where these interior numbers only increase it by 20 a click. If you get the choice, you'd rather have the M and the R down, but you don't always get the choice. But she has this lid for 80 a click, which is not negligible, because when she rips it, it's going to get a lot of clicks. If she can connect. Okay, now she just got the R down. It's actually 140 a click, and then accidentally she spotted a letter. They came back up. The spinner value resets to almost nothing until she gets more letters down. But she got 2x bonus. See, now she's up there. Spinner's at 100 a click. Backwards counts. Now she's at still not 100 a click. I thought she got spotted a letter. She's at 120 a click. Great play there. You notice the ball came screaming down at the flippers, and she knew not to flip. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. 120 a click. I mean, she got some spins in at 120, and that thing's spinning around. So she got a lot of 120s. So that's some good points. You notice that one play she made there. The ball came screaming down at the flippers, and she didn't even flip. She just said, I'm going to let the ball just dead bounce. We call that dead bouncing the ball. I'm just going to let the ball dead bounce and hopefully get a more controlled shot than if I flipped it away. Again, spinner's lit for 120, but she doesn't really want to be on the right flipper. Now it's lit for 140. It might go out as soon as she rips it. Just because it starts spinning at 140, as soon as she gets that final letter, it'll drop to almost nothing. But if she can spin that without dropping that final letter, nope, just got the final letter from the in lane. Oh, that's a great nudge to bring the ball back into play. Give me some letters from the out lanes. And basically, she's just going back about the process of trying to relight the spinner. I mean, it's lit right now for 40 a click. She wants more. Now it's lit for 60 a click. She still wants more. Okay. Okay, 60 a click. Let's see if we can let her rip. A little late. Good nudging there. Early. you can see even when we don't make shots, we're tuning them in. So she was late and then early and then late. She's adjusting. She saw, it didn't go without notice by her that she was late and early when she was late and early. And that's why she's kind of going back and forth. When she's early, she shoots a later next time. When she's late, she shoots a little earlier next time, or at least tries to. And hopefully she eventually finds it. 120 a click. Oh, that's the sad. That's pinball, we say. It's not supposed to do this. No, it's not supposed to do this at all, and it jumped over the rail and the flipper. Well, that's pinball. It's a good score, 37. I don't know what score she's trying to beat, but yeah, you don't want it shouldn't jump over the rail like that, but every once in a while it actually works. So, either someone is in the queue waiting, or no one is in the queue waiting. Maybe no one was in the queue waiting. Oh, no, okay. We got, Anthony here got in the queue in his on his phone, and now he's up. Okay, we'll see what he can do. He and I were talking about this before. So again, right now, spinner's only a 20 a click. He's going to try it. He's going to try and get a little more. Now it's 60 a click. You notice there, you might have thought if you're not used to center posts that was hitting the center post, and it wasn't, and he knew it, and he flipped. And the rule of center posts are, if you're really sure it's going to hit the center post, then good for you, and try and use it. If you're not really sure it's going to hit the center post, you're better off trying to flip. And that's exactly what he did, and that was why he stayed alive. Because I think if he had not flipped earlier, it looked like he was coming central, but it was actually just enough off center to break. Okay, spinner's lit for 60 a click. Still 60 a click. Here we go. There we go. Now, it was 60, and as soon as it hit here, it jumped to 140. Okay, so his first couple clicks were 60, but then while it was still spinning, it jumped to 140 because he finished these two off in addition. So right now it's 140, and that's the funny thing about this game. You can start spinning at 60 and then finish your spin at 140, or you can start spinning at 140 and finish your spin at almost nothing because the letters are being cleared and spotted in various ways as we go. Anthony, you know, for him, that's a throwaway score. He's got a lot of scores higher than that already. And that's the funny thing about the best game format, is that if you have a terrible game, that is just as bad for you as a medium game or a game that's just barely below your highest score already. Like if you have 59,000 and you score 58,000 on Meteor, that's exactly as bad as if you have 59,000 and you score 8,000. Doesn't matter, because all those scores are thrown out. So it's interesting playing in this format because you're always trying to get as high a score as you can, and in particular, beat your own previous highest score on the game. So here's Desi. I do not know how old he is or how much he has played this game, but he has been here all day. I notice he has the same last name as Anthony. They could be related. I wouldn't put it past them to be related, but I don't really know. Okay, so yeah, Anthony here. He's got spinner lit for 80 a click. See, he only has 2 down, but the M and the R are worth 60 a click. See, so by the fact that he's only got 3 down, but it's 100 a click, because M is one of the 3 he has down. See? So you really do want to get the M and or the R down because they contribute triple what the other letters contribute to increasing the value of the spin. 120 now. So this is a funny game because, and the reason I'm streaming it first is because it's kind of a one-trick pony. You're trying to most players just try and light the spinner for a lot and rip the spinner, and that's kind of the whole game. Is there bonus as well? Yes, there's bonus. You have bonus multiplier by clearing these drops over and over again. And you get base bonus by like hitting these drops and these drops and these drops, which are very dangerous, which increase your rocket values. And then at the end of the ball, you get your bonus with bonus multiplier, and there's bonus. In this game, usually in a 3-ball game, the bonus doesn't play a big role, but the spinner does. We're going to watch some other games later where the opposite is true. Okay, let's see. Is anyone in the queue for... Right now, see, is anyone in the queue for this game? 6 queues. Maybe someone else. Oh, the queue is empty. If no one jumps in the queue before I do, I'm going to go play a game. And we'll see. A lot of times when I'm streaming and I'm at the game, I will talk while I'm streaming. In this instance, I will probably not do so because there's players playing on either side of me, and we really try and always value the integrity and quality of the play over the stream. So I might point, but I'm probably not going to talk while I'm at the machine. And let's see if I can join the Meteor queue. Nope, I'm not. Okay, Jordan's going to play. Fabulous. He just beat me, and that is just as good. Jordan, yeah, great player. I play with him all the time in the Downtown Santa Ana Pinball League at Mission Control. And yeah, I just played with him. We had a pre-Thanksgiving tournament at Hyper Beer, which actually has like 19 machines or something, and he won. Yeah, so he's coming off a recent win just before Thanksgiving at Hyper Beer. So we'll see how he does. Again, right now he only has 2 letters down, but they're good ones. So the spinner's actually 80. I'm surprised he didn't go for the catch there. There it is. So again, it started at 80 a click, and then it jumped up to 120 a click because he got more letters while it was spinning around. Amazing. It's up to 140 a click right now. Let's rip it. Oh, come on. He doesn't want this. Oh, backwards counts. Backwards count. Look at that go. Look at him go. That's what 140 a click looks like. So you can see he's getting thousands for one shot because he set up the shot, because he lit the spinner. It's still 140. Oh, no, it's not. Something gave him a letter. Back to scratch. That's a shame. Yeah, that's a great play. I need to work on that aspect of my game a lot more. When the game is coming to the tip of the flipper here, instead of just flipping gently, he's actually slapping the game as he flips. Uh-oh, he started a 2-player game. I'll be back. Sorry, Jordan. He accidentally started a 2-player game. Wah, wah. Mulligan. He's going to do it over again. Fran, one of the tournament directors, walked by and said, okay, just restart the game. Again, you're not supposed to play the games, extra, but it was an accident, so it's fine. Yeah, he's going to give it another shot. Well, we can take a look, like, where can we go? We can come here, and we can see the Meteor scores. Doesn't even have one yet. Yeah, right now his score is super low, 10,000. Okay, so he really, yeah, he wants to beat it up. So the game is ready for him to press start, but he's not sure because he doesn't know why it says 0-5. But as soon as he hits start, it's going to say 0. It's going to be good. That game ran out of credits. Oh well. Yeah, B. He was playing a 2-player game. Womp womp. So this is weird that this is out of credits. Anyway. Sorry for the hold up. Fran, tournament director extraordinaire, comes in, tries to put credits on the machine, and you can't. Wah, wah, wah. I'll tell you what. If I can take this. Eventually we're going to move to Frontier. I think we're ready. I'm going to see if I can pull this rig away and move to another game without interrupting anyone on either side. Oh, I didn't even mute you. Didn't mute you, Internet. Sorry for all the thunking. Yeah, let's play a little Frontier. Now, this game is very different from Meteor in a lot of ways, but they're both classics. Okay, they're both classics. This only has 2 flippers, whereas Meteor had a 3rd flipper up top. And this game, unlike Meteor, is very, very bonus-oriented. Not only is it bonus-oriented, it's a little different from a lot of bonus-oriented games. There's actually 2 streams of bonus. You can actually get bonus. There's your Den of Predators bonus and your Frontier bonus. As soon as we see someone play, I'll describe a little more. Excuse me for a moment while I click on some things to get the proper person's name up when they play. Frontier. Yeah, away we go. Here's Anthony. As soon as I click refresh, it's going to tell us that this is Anthony. Oh, it says mine. Well, it's not Miami. I'm not sure what happened there. But anyway, this is Anthony, and I saw that he is supposed to be playing. Yeah, so A, B, and C give you predators. Okay, you got look at all these predators here. Look at this. See, each one of these represents some sort of predator. You got your snakes, you got your falcons. I don't know what these are, and then you got your wolves, and those could be anything. I don't know. This is like a leopard or a jaguar. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So as you're traveling in the Frontier, you're trying to collect predators and store them in your Den of Predators. If you go through A, you get a predator in this column. You go through B, you get a predator in this column, and if you go through C, you get a predator in this column. And predators add to both of your bonuses, but in different ways. Every predator you have, for example, he has 7 right now. Make that 8. Make that 9. Make that 10. Every predator you have at the end of the ball, or any time you collect bonus, is worth 3,000 each in your Predator, Den of Predator bonus. 3,000. In addition, and these hold for the whole game, by the way, so he's getting more and more Predators, ball after ball after ball. They hold for the whole game. If you get a complete row of Predators, you build your Frontier bonus up from 10,000 where it starts to 20, 30, 40, 50, 60,000, and even special. Okay, so that's what's going on here. There's two bonuses. Your Den of Predators bonus is very straightforward. Every A, every B, and every C give you a Predator. A's in the first column, B's in the second column, C's in the third column. And then every complete row you make it up to increases your Frontier bonus from 10 to 20, etc., etc., etc. And that's a big part of the game. Now, is there a lightable spinner in this game like there was in Meteor? Yes, but it's always either lit or not lit. There's none of that confusing crazy, how much is it lit for? No. It's either lit or not lit. Once you light it, it's lit for the rest of the ball. And it's good points. He lit the spinner, which is right here, by getting the first inline drop target down here. So now for the rest of the ball, this is 1,000 a click. That's pretty good points, actually. So spinner points can play a big role in the game. And again, he lit the spinner here by hitting this inline drop target here, and it will stay lit for 1,000 a click for the rest of the ball. Okay. So spinner's one thing, Predators are another. Every Predator is worth 3,000 towards your Den of Predators bonus. Every row of Predators increases your Frontier bonus. I'm going to take a pause for a second and see why this is not doing what I expected. I know why. Sorry. So you might be thinking, okay, well that's fine. A little vanilla. Well, there's actually more to it. The Den of Predators bonus can be multiplied by clearing this 3 bank of drop targets. You actually get a multiplier on your Den of Predators bonus on that ball only, and you can multiply your Frontier bonus by hitting the second drop target here to go to 2x, the third drop target to go to 3x, or coming all the way back. Once you drop all 3, you can come all the way back and hit this and go to 4x on the Frontier bonus. So you can multiply each bonus, Frontier and Den of Predators, in different ways, and the multiplications are totally separate. Okay, so that's going to end that game for Anthony. I'm going to do a little bit more clicking so we can see properly the players' names. Does that come up here? What I did totally didn't work. Haha on me. This might work. Maybe. I mean, there's no one in the queue, so we don't know. But yeah, this is Frontier. Yeah, this is Frontier. So that's why this is kind of an interesting game. It has a lightable spinner like Frontier had, or sorry, like Meteor had, like a lot of games of this era. But instead of being crazy, like changes value, you just light it and it's lit for the rest of the ball. And it can be a very bonus-oriented game, but there's actually 2 categories of bonus: Den of Predators and Frontier. Jonathan's going to make an announcement. Since no one else is playing, I'm going to go see if I can play and if that thingy works. We're going to see if the thingy works. All right, I'm going to go play. We'll be right back.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for coming. Hi, good afternoon. Thank you all for coming. I just wanted to say, we could use some scorekeepers for the rest of the next couple of shifts, starting at, I think, 7. If you're interested in a 2-hour shift, please see me at the desk up front. You get 10 entries for every 2-hour shift. If you do 3 shifts, you can play in the volunteer hour. And if you have any questions, you can ask me or the man. Once again, I'll be said yes. Thank you, everybody.
Since there's no one next to me, I might talk a little while I'm at the game. Notice the crickets chirping. It's a beautiful feature of this game. The whole time, you can hear the crickets. So let's see what I can do. I'm going to try and get some A, Bs, and Cs to build my den of predators.
Dennis doing it all.
I'm
I'm
going to
supposed
do
to be at the
early
desk,
is
but
trying to at
I'll
least
come
hit this first drop target to light this spinner. And we'll see where it goes from there.
All right, he's got this. I gotta go. Enjoy internet. We should probably talk to
I didn't do much. I have so few letters. I could actually get A's here, or B's here, or C's here, but those are too dangerous. So I'm just going to go back up top, and hopefully I'll get some more A's and B's and C's just from being up there, especially B's. That didn't work at all. Ball 3 coming up. Unfortunately, I hit the machine too hard, so I tilted and lost my bonus. But that's okay, because I'm trying to beat about 500,000, which is the highest score I've gotten so far in this game. Are you gonna play?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Let me know. Tight tilt.
Yeah,
It isn't like the side to side.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, I'll ask for this.
Yeah.
Oh, I found something, Lisa. Sorry. Yeah, you get whoever's doing the. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks, NT Hits. Yeah, commentary is a lot of fun. We appreciate you coming out. Yeah, here's Scott Macias. I'm not sure why this is. Oh, there it is. Ta-da! Glendora. Okay. Yeah, he's a great player. So, by the way, when you see this means he's ranked one of the top 250 in the world. Pretty good. But hey, every ball drains for him just like it does for me. Yeah. So let's see if we can tell just from what he's doing, what he's trying to prioritize. Again, getting these letters is great. And ideally, you want to complete full rows. There's actually two reasons for that. It's that you can build your frontier bonus as you get row after row after row. So there, his frontier bonus just went from 10 to 20. But there's a second reason. Once he gets 5 A's, he can't get any more until he gets 5 B's and 5 C's as well. So you always want to be progressing as you're getting these letters and hitting things either intentionally or on purpose. So you don't really want 5s of just one. As soon as you have 5s of just one, you really want to get 5s of all of them as soon as possible. So he really wants B, but he would take A's or C's. It still builds his Den of Predators bonus, but he'd rather have B's. He could shoot this, which is super dangerous, but it's much more likely he will go up here. You'll notice that he did hit this inline drop target, which lit this spinner for 1,000 a click for the rest of the ball. Is 1,000 a click a lot? Yeah, it is. Let's see if he can do it. Now, what he might do here is go here, and that's what he's trying. Because he has one row, his frontier bonus right now, now he has 2 rows. his Frontier bonus is 30,000, which is great. But actually now it's 40,000. So he collects his Frontier bonus here and his Den of Predators bonus at the end of the ball. If he had hit this drop target down, it would have been double that. It would have been 80,000. Okay. So, yeah. So that's some good stuff. He's doing really well here. His Frontier bonus is up to 50,000. And he's only a B and an A, or a B and an A away from completing one full Den of Predators, 15 Predators worth 45,000 bonus, and then he can start just continue getting even more and more Predators, and they're still worth 3,000 each. Now, this is some good news because his Frontier bonus is at 50, but he just got this, so it is now doubled and worth 100. So he's going to get that 100 at the end of the ball, but actually, he can get that 100 before the end of the ball and at the end of the ball if things go right for him. What do I mean by things going right? This is now open to collect his Frontier bonus. So if he gets the ball up here or in here, he's going to get that Frontier bonus, and guess what? Now it's 3 times. Now it's 150, so he would love to collect that. So that's really what he wants right now. He wants to go up there and try and get the ball to go through this gate, which opened when he hit this, and he collect his Frontier bonus. Now, he didn't do it there, but he gets it at the end of the ball, see? So he gets that 150, plus he gets, you know, all this other stuff. So he got 500. That ain't bad. That ain't bad. Let's take a look. So we can come over here and look at the scores and see what he's trying to beat. Look. Classic scores, Frontier. Nick Stein, 1.8. That's a lot. Almost double Tim's score, the next highest. It looks like Scott pretty much hadn't even played this yet, or actually literally hadn't played this yet. Which is why... Yeah, so there it is. So he has 84 points. Is he running it back? Not yet. Not yet. Okay. You know what? If no one else wants to play, it looks like he might be about to play again. If no one else is going to play again, I will play again. If someone else is going to play again, we will watch them play. Okay. All right, great.
With Frontier, but I need to pick your brain. So, Jackpot, it is possible in Casino Run to not be able to use the bomb, right?
Correct.
And it's just your bad luck, right?
That's right.
So, Steve Ward has had 2 consecutive Casino Run where he failed to the first bomb blew him up. He could not use it.
Yep.
And we checked, cheats are on, so he's just that unlucky. Just nobody has it worse, I guess.
Yeah, nobody's got it worse than Steve Ward. I feel like you can defuse the bomb anytime it's in the middle, and then if it's on the sides, you can't.
It was on the side. I just watched it lose it. It was on the left side. So that's just bad luck.
Yeah, I mean, I guess a follow-up question. Not so much for you, because you're a tournament director, but for the other players around, was it hilarious?
It was hilarious.
Okay, that's great, because we like to see...
Yes.
We love Steve.
This last time, it wasn't as funny, but the first time, he had over 1 billion points.
Wow.
And boom! And he had like 900 million bank or something, and then like he had a cheat, and he's like, I got this. No.
Whammo.
Bye.
Sometimes, you know, yeah, I've had it happen to me. I don't know if that's a setting, like how often that is or not.
The cheats are on, so I looked through, everything's on factory.
I have also played this game like a long time ago and had the same thing happen.
Yeah, I know. I've seen
so
it happen
happens.
on stream.
Yeah.
Jared, I remember, was in one of the chats saying that there is a percentage chance where you just get screwed. That's another reason to consider why maybe multi-ball is safer than Casino Run, because you can use it all. But Casino Run, I mean, there's so many points possible.
Yeah, and we're playing best game format, so people are trying to make big numbers. Yeah, I think that to me that sounds like it's working fine, and it's just hilarious.
It's pretty hilarious having Steve twice.
Yeah.
Not once, but twice.
Yeah, you know, and I'll probably play it again myself. Maybe it'll happen to me. It'll be funny if it happens to me too.
And also he had the top score on Black Knight, I think he said, or one of the top scores.
On Black Knight 2000?
Black Knight's sort of raised, which has now been erased from the tournament.
So we didn't talk about this, but every once in a while in these tournaments, even though we play test them, and go through them thoroughly, they get played so much, sometimes one breaks so severely we can't bring it back. And that happened to Black Knight Sort of Rage, and he had the high score. How high was it?
100.
Probably would have gone down.
I think so too.
Yeah.
But you know, whatever.
Yeah. Oh, great. Amazing. So we have Anthony coming back. He's been playing this a bit.
You gotta adjust things slowly.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that. I was even just up there.
Maybe I'll give you one.
Okay. So again, here's Anthony. He's gotten some C's, so he's gotten some Predators in the third column. He really wants this. He really wants this to light his spinner. And it also opens his gate for a Frontier bonus collector. This lights out, by the way. Now, right now, his Frontier bonus is 10K, so he doesn't really care about collecting it now. But he's glad the spinner's lit, because the spinner is points right now, and it's going to give him A's or B's or C's for later.
Those are the dead Predator.
Yeah, those are
columns.
yeah. A's are the first column, B's are the second column. So here he gets a C. Now, this is okay, but if he'd rather have, 2 A's, 2 B's, 2 C's instead of 1 A, no B's, and 5 C's, because again, the columns are what build your Frontier bonus. Ooh. And the second thing is, with a column full, you can't collect any more C's.
That's why
Okay,
the
you
C
can't.
light was,
It's frozen. Yeah, it's frozen, and he can't. This is actually like worth 15,000 instead of a C right now, but he really wants some B's. Oh, that's a beautiful shot. The beautiful shot. He lit his spinner by hitting this, and now he really just wants to be up top and trying to get some B's. Great shot. So he collects his Frontier bonus, but it's only 10. Now, we saw Scott got a Frontier bonus of 150. He didn't collect it, but when you collect that, it doesn't go away. So you always collect it at the end of every ball, but you can collect it in the middle of the ball
he's
too.
got nothing but C's.
Yeah, he's got a lot of C's.
Oh, wow, I thought that was totally gonna get it.
That was like a C minus.
Yeah.
So actually, you notice now that this gate's no longer open, so we can't really collect bonus unless he sneaks in. But if you go back here, I think it reopens the gate.
That sounds right.
The first drop opens the gate, and then the last drop opens the gate. Okay, he's taking a little stroll there. He moved it a bit, didn't he? So I don't know. I didn't quite pay attention if he tilted or not, but
He did not.
when you shake the game, you want to let the shaking. There's a tilt bob inside, wiggling back and forth. You want to let that subside before coming back. Okay, he's not that happy with it. Oh, thank you, amazing. Yeah, so John's going to go over and give it a whirl. Tons of fun here at Cadmus. I tell you what we're going to do. I think we're going to probably stream some more Frontier for a little while, and then we might sign off, and then come back with another stream a little later. We might stream a few times throughout the day. We started by streaming a couple classics. We'll come back. We'll stream maybe a little 90s, a little women's, a little main. We don't know. Qualifying for these things is all day today and tomorrow for all of the tournaments. And then first thing tomorrow at 11 a.m., we're going to be streaming the first finals, which will be the Classics finals. So 11 a.m. tomorrow Pacific time, we're going to be streaming the finals, and then the 90s finals I think is at 5, 6 tomorrow. We're going to have a Classics final stream at 11. Make sure this is correct. Classics final stream at 11. We're going to have a 90s final stream at 6. And then on Sunday, we have women's and main final also starting at 11. Okay, here's Jonathan. Got 3 Predators so far. That's 9,000 in Den of Predators bonus. Again, this multiplies Den of Predators bonus for the ball. This multiplies Frontier bonus for the ball. But your Predators and your Frontier bonus, once you build them, they stay that way for the rest of the game. That's why at the beginning of the game, people really want letters. They want A's, B's, and C's, because that gets them Predators. Right now, Jonathan got 2 A's and 3 B's. By the way, I'm sorry if I talk over him. I can't hear him because the rig's not in my ear, even though you can hear him at home. Eventually, we'll learn how to plunge, A and B and C, so we can be more selective on the plunge. I'm not there yet. Oh, does he have a stuck flipper? Yeah, Brooklyn. I think he has a stuck flipper. Hilarious. Yeah, so let me tell you about more about this tournament while his flipper's stuck. This flipper's stuck up. Wah, wah. Yeah, this tournament is best game format. So you come in and you buy entries for $2 an entry. So when I came in, I bought 50 entries, and I've been playing games throughout the day, yesterday and today. Now there's 4 simultaneous tournaments going on all at the same time right now. There's your classics, which Frontier is in, your 90s, your women's, and your main. Okay, so those 4 tournaments are all simultaneously going on right now. It's best game format, so during the qualifying period, which is yesterday and today for all these tournaments, players are buying entries, and then they go up to a game and they tell the computer, okay, if there's no one in the line, I'm going to play this game now as an official entry. And they play the game, and when they're done, they raise their hand, a scorekeeper comes over and officially enters their score, into the tournament. And then what happens is, all these scores get recorded for a game like Frontier, and depending on how, you only keep your best score. So Nick Stein didn't necessarily only get 1.8 billion. He got a lot of lower scores as well, but they disappear. You take your best score, and if you have the best score at the end of qualifying, you get 100 for Frontier. Second best 94, third best 91, and then it goes down by ones from then on. Okay. So on every game you play in classics, like Frontier, like Old Chicago, you get a score from 100 to 0.
Yes, sir.
Paragon. Score from 100 to 0. So you get a bunch of scores from 100 down to 0 on up to 10 different games. And then you take your best 6. Yeah, you take your best 6. So here, Jack has scores on a bunch of different games. We'll actually look at Jack in a second. And he has 552 total points. And that's the highest point total of everyone in the classics right now. So he's in the lead. At the end of qualifying, this will be your qualifying rank, and then we're going to have finals starting on Saturday. We'll talk more about that later. But right now, people are trying to get high scores on every single game. And in classics, for example, you take your best 6 out of 10. We're going to come back here. They can fix the game. Can't remember if Jonathan's on ball 2 or 3 now. The backboard showed it. I just didn't show it. I remember. Oh, he wants these C's. Again, he's getting 3,000 bonus for each, but if he gets some C's, he'll build his Frontier bonus. Right now, it's only 10. He wants some C's. Because again, he's trying to, this is best game format, so he's not trying to put up a bunch of medium games. He's striving to make his best game on Frontier during qualifying as high as possible. Great dead bounce there, nerves of steel. Back up here, get some C. The flippers on Frontier are a little interesting. I tend to flip and shoot early, and Jonathan's doing the same. So he missed here. Not here. See, he's a little early, so he hit this post. Somehow on Frontier, you have to try and filter. Beautiful shot. Score climbing. Gets a C. Gets a row. Frontier bonus up to 20,000. Things are looking up. Now he could come here and double his Frontier bonus. Or he could transfer and go back up top for more C's. See how he's early on Frontier? You got to flip later than you think. Beautiful. Now he wants C's. Oh, he collects his Frontier bonus. So he got his 20,000. He got this with 40,000. Okay, not bad. So he's going to get at the end of the ball, or at the end of the game, at the end of every ball, he had 12 Predators, so that's 42,000 in Predator bonus. and 20,000 in Frontier bonus. So he got 62,000 bonus. Now, again, if he had cleared these once, that Den of Predators bonus would be doubled. Twice would be tripled, 3 times would be quadrupled for that ball only. If he had gotten this, his Frontier bonus would have doubled, here tripled, here quadrupled. That ball only. There it is.
That happened before.
What? No, you're the only one. You got the magic.
It is. It's the magic.
I think maybe I'll go play one.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, give it a shot.
Yeah, so yeah, that was
Nope, Chris scooped me.
fair enough.
Refresh, because I'm refreshing. I'm refreshing.
Nice.
Huh. Yeah, so I hopped on the
next,
queue.
it says.
Oh, neato. Yeah, so Chris is up, and I'm in line behind him. A lot of the games and tournaments have, in the tournament has special notes. Like here, it just says the settings, no extra balls. But some of the other games have really interesting notes, and maybe we'll see some of those on future streams during this tournament. All right, Chris. Yeah, owner-operator, Chris Campbell, the captain himself. Owner of not just Captain's Arcade Showroom, but also Captain's Auction Warehouse, both here in Anaheim, California. You want to buy or sell yourself some pinball machines or ticket redemption machines or just about anything? Check out Captain's Auction Warehouse. But for now, Arcade Showroom, he's got a row. Frontier bonus up to 20. See, he wants to just be up there getting letters. Especially ball 1. See, because these hold for the rest of the game. Anytime you're playing oh my gosh, I thought he was in. Anytime you're playing a game where something holds for the whole game, it makes sense to really focus on that. On ball 1, that ball looked safe. Nope. Sometimes the ball just escapes. So again, he's got 9 Predators, 27,000 Den of Predator bonus at least for the rest of the game. 1 row, Frontier bonus of 20,000 at least for the rest of the game. Now it's 30,000 because he got another C by hitting this. Shucky darns, he says. I mean, he didn't say it, but I did. Again, this is good. He can multiply Den of Predators here. He can multiply Frontier bonus here, here. If he does multiply that Frontier bonus, he might look to collect it in the middle of the ball because this gate will open and he can come here if he hits this. We'll see. All right, gate open. Spinner lit. He could collect his Frontier bonus for 30,000 right now at the gate. Didn't do it. Didn't do it. I'm next up. We'll be right back with me. My Den of Predators bonus for this ball. It's only 3,000 right now. Need more letters.
You can hit the multi-ball shot. Why not do that? You're doing your shit before, right? you get one on the skill shot, then you're not getting. Unless it's like the last one. Like if you get it on your first skill shot, then you miss out on the ability for you.
I got 3x. More predators.
I've got you, Dennis. You can put your hand down. You can put your hand down. 175.
Oh, okay. That's why I just stopped talking. Okay. You know what? Probably Thank you. I couldn't hear you anyway.
Yeah, you can't hear this no matter what.
Yeah. Can they hear this? Oh, they can. Can they hear me now? Nice.
It's Captain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I get, when I see 20 buttons all lit up, I'm like, I ain't touching you. There's something. There's something. All right, Dennis. Let's try again.
All right, that was pretty bad. You know, again, it's funny, like I mentioned earlier. He's making the gestures. Again, I can't hear him, but you can. The score of mine that I'm trying to beat is like 550. So if I don't beat 550, 0 or 10 or 10,000 is just as good as 500,000.
Game serious now.
All those scores just get wiped away. So we're going to go. We're going to play back and forth and see what happens. See if eventually one of us will have a good one. I think. Yeah, you know, it's just one of the ways the ball can go out. It doesn't. So the slings are super sensitive. Yeah, you can see when the ball's over here, he tries to shake it so that it doesn't go out. So he made a good effort there. You can't shake this machine much; it will tilt. Same thing there. Yeah, I mean, it's just you can't shake this machine much, but you see him try here. He's going to try and hit this railing into the ball to get it out of there. It just didn't work. Just didn't work. Letters. You got a row. This is good. So basically, these games go like this. They're like my game or his game, where they just don't count for much. But then eventually, you get a game where you get a bunch of predators, and you start multiplying your frontier bonus up at like 50. We saw Scott get up to 150. And then you start collecting that 150 in the middle of the ball. And then your score goes up and up and up and up and up. So that's what's going on. We got Dustin going to be up next here. And here he is. Looks a little off, doesn't it?
Like this for you?
Huh.
It's kind of wonky, right? Like way higher.
Well, I think it's just kind of stuck that way.
I don't feel like it was like that before.
It's dropping and sticking a little bit.
I think
It didn't hinder my gameplay, but
It'll hinder a dead bounce
Nope.
if you're not careful.
it will.
I mean,
It certainly will.
Yeah, Dustin, I have here at 55. He's one of the top 100 in the world, one of the best players in California. And he actually frequently joins us here on stream in the chat. But today, we're lucky enough to have him here in person. Yeah, we got Dustin here. You know, Dustin watches the stream somewhat frequently and joins us in the chat a lot of times.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, so
Dustin
now-
does. Dustin, great guy.
Great guy,
He didn't
great
ask
player.
about the left flipper drag a little bit.
I hadn't seen that ever before, and it seems to have gone away.
Well, it goes away and then it comes. Jonathan can seem to find that usually.
Okay.
We had to open the glass. You do just have to watch on the dead mouse.
You know what I was saying to the internet is the terrible games don't matter. What score are you trying to beat? What's your score that you're trying to surpass?
I'd like to get to 400.
Yeah, and basically, so it's kind of like if you don't, it doesn't really matter because you're going to keep playing until you do.
Well, yeah. I mean, I do have a score close up there, close to.
Yeah.
And I just favor this game so much. Going back to taking a break.
Great game.
It is.
We've actually seen Dustin do a couple of pretty interesting things on the flippers during this ball already, and when we get to them, I'll talk about them. One of them, the easiest to notice, is sometimes he's dead bouncing. The ball will come down to the flipper, and instead of flipping, he'll just let the ball bounce because he like that, because he feels that just letting the ball bounce will lead to greater control than if he flipped. Now, that particular dead bounce didn't really lead to control, but it still might have been worse if he had flipped. So that's one thing to look for, is that he's dead bouncing. Again, at any point in the game, usually from the right flipper, I want these inline drops, and from the left flipper, I want the spinner to go back up and get more letters. Now, sometimes during the game, I really want one more than the other. And Dustin feels the same way from time to time. So there, he really wanted to be on the right flipper, so instead of flipping away with the left, he did a second skill called a ski or rollover pass. He just held up the flipper as the ball came down and let it roll over. Now, a third skill that he just executed that you might not have even noticed because it happened so fast, there's a fourth, was he did an alley pass. He really wants this drop target first to light his spinner, and he finally got it. So that was clearly his priority on this ball. So when the ball came down here and he wanted it on the right, he just shot it in the alley, and that got it to his right flipper, so pretty neat. And then he did one more skill when the ball was coming down here. Instead of letting it roll over, he flipped really quick and did a post stop to drop the ball, make the ball stop right there. So he's, again, top 100 in the world player, showing us a lot of really interesting flipper skills that, you know, that all of us can learn. He's already mastered many of them, and he's doing a good job showing them here. There, he's trying to get the ball over to the right. See? And he alley passed, and it kind of did it, but he didn't love the way it did it. Yeah, see, he's really prioritizing this first on every ball. I don't blame him.
What shot is that?
The drop here to light the spinner technically opened the gate, even though he's not ready to collect it, but it lights your spinner for the rest of the ball, and it gives you access to these frontier bonus multipliers that both multiply this bonus that you get from completing rows. Go get it. Yeah. But yeah, that's one of the things that we love showing. It's one of the things we love showing on the stream is you know, games, rules, but then also techniques. Dustin was banging them out so quickly I could hardly commentate them, but hopefully he'll be up again, and we'll see a little more, or I'll do some of the same. Most of us are capable of a lot of these techniques. Oh, great nudge to stay alive. But Dustin is very capable of these techniques. So, great job. Yeah, he's done a great job nudging there. Those balls want to go out, but he's nudging the machine in a way to nudge, to hit the ball with these two parts of the machine just in the right way to make it come back into play instead of going out of play. So that's extremely good nudging here. And again, he's just moving the machine slightly. This game's very sensitive. If he had moved it any more, he might have registered a tilt and ended his ball, because the machine just doesn't allow it. But he didn't, so he's doing really well here. 2 rows of Predators. Frontier bonus up to 30 for the rest of the game or more. And now he's going back up top for more Predators. Every Predator is 3,000 in the Den of Predators bonus. Every row is another 10,000 in your Frontier bonus. Now, he already cleared these once, so his Den of Predators bonus, this ball only, is at 2x. So instead of getting 3,000 for Predator, 21, he'll get 6,000, 42. So he has 42,000 from his double Den of Predators bonus, and 30,000 from his Frontier bonus. I felt like that should have been more. to watch this bonus collect. So Den of Predators, 8 Predators, so he should get 30. Oh, he hit nothing. Oh no, he tilted. Okay, I thought he hit nothing. He tilted. No, he didn't. Of course he tilted. He tilted, so he lost his bonus. Again, that little slap. This machine is set so sensitive that little slap was enough to stop him in his tracks. Yeah, he'll just come up here for some immediate points. More letters. And if he goes in here, he'll collect his Frontier bonus. Right now, Frontier bonus is 30. If he hits this, it'll double to 60. This, it would triple to 90. He's going to get it at the end of the ball anyway. Make it 40, because he got another row. So here's 40. If he hits this, it's 80. If he hits this, it's 120. Out, so I think he's going to get 40, 33, and I lost track. I think that was 73. All right, so I'm going to go play, and maybe Chris will come back and commentate. I'm going to leave the mic hot.
Chris said he doesn't have much to talk about. He said you can make fun of me. He's a great guy. We have a lot of fun.
Okay, Dennis. So I've been told that Dennis left the mic on, so I don't have color commentary to give, but Dennis said I could make fun of him. I'm going to make fun of him very... I don't know how to approach this game other than the way Dennis described it, but some aggressive play. I think going on a full assault.
Most of the time when I'm shooting the ball here, it's actually a terrible shot. I want to shoot over here. But I really want that. Just like Dustin did.
And Dennis is approaching BB-8. We'll watch if he doesn't work it. Actually putting on a very skilled flipper set here. Dennis will be back in commentary here momentarily, so we can describe all of this. Now we're working on getting his
this game is 2x plus Frontier bonus, but it's only 20 right now. So I want more letters and get more rows and build that up. If it falls in here, I'll collect that 2x 20, 40,000. If I get more rows first, or more multipliers first, it'll be even more. Let's go for more multipliers. More than I thought. I plunge, I have some sense as to how strong to plunge to get the various letters. So I really want A's, so I'm going to actually try and plunge the A by plunging in just the right strength. Let's see if it works. I don't know. That's good. This is 60,000. Double 30. I really need more predators, more letters. More bees. I don't want to shoot this because it's too dangerous. Try and pass from left to right. I don't know if I can do it or not. Jim, if you're out there, I'm coming for you. That's where the high score is. We'll see after it's over. If I don't tilt, I'm going to get this 50,000 anyway. Try for multipliers on that. Light the spinner. Oh, plunge the A. As I can get, so I'm going to go back up. Oh, I tilted. My bad. My bad. It's tight. Yeah, it is tight. Yeah, I probably have this more bonus than I'm expecting.
No. Except to say that like those 10, 20, that's not bonus, right?
I think it is.
So maybe that's what Good. That's a great score.
Yeah, I think it might be the best one so far. Are you up?
I mean, yeah. Those are bonus multipliers, right? And then the first one like center.
Frontier bonuses here from rows. Okay, you start with 10, and then one more row.
That's if you get it up there.
That's what Frontier bonus is. Multipliers to Frontier bonus are 2x, 3x, 4x. Den of Predators bonus is just for getting A's, B's, and C's. That counts as AX. They're 3,000 each. You can multiply that with each.
Oh.
So you get your Den of Predators bonus here, just per 3,000 per Predator. And then you have your Frontier bonus, 10,000 per row, starting at 10. Multiply Den of Predators bonus here, multiply Frontier bonus here.
So that's the one that multiplies this one.
That's right. That's exactly right. And it shows here. So this one, you'll see what your X is on this. And this one, you'll see what your X is on this.
Yeah. What about when the bonus is lit, when the gate opens?
Yeah, so when the gate opens, you collect your Frontier bonus. Your Frontier saucer Frontier bonus. With multipliers, it doesn't drink.
Yeah.
So hitting this opens the gate on every ball. And then I think maybe if you get 4X, it opens the gate permanently for the rest of the ball.
Because I've opened it on the first one, and then it'll fall under when I don't have very much. And
Yes.
I'll be like, dang it, how do I open it again?
I think you have to. I think I opened it by just simply achieving 4X.
Oh, okay. Which is
It was open for the rest of the ball. That's right.
Seems pretty late on the flipper, too.
Everything's very low.
Yeah, I noticed that on some of their games.
Yeah, everything's very low.
I wonder why.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway.
Corey, good luck.
Nice to see you again. Nice game.
All right, Internet. I hope you heard that was my good friend Corey Dunn. Fantastic player. There he is. Yeah, he's ranked like 300th in the world, but he's much better than this because he barely plays. And the more you play, the higher your rank gets. But super great player. Plays in the Inland Empire League at Lake Alice Brewing Company in Riverside, California, downtown Riverside, which is actually pretty nice downtown by the way. And here he goes. Yeah, I tilted a lot of bonus on that last ball. I didn't know I was doing it, but I did, and I thought it was fair. I didn't think it was unfair.
Dennis, that's crazy. Yes. I didn't take that at all.
Oh, that was a tilt?
I tilted it.
I didn't even realize.
I didn't take it at all. Yeah. Very sensitive. That's crazy.
Yeah, that was a tilt, apparently, so you didn't shake it much. So it's very sensitive, very sensitive. And there's some moves that are probably safer than others, but we just don't know what they are. So you can see it's unfortunate as ball one's over, but it's still, these Predators hold for the whole game. Yeah, nothing you can do there. These Predators hold for the whole game, so that's why you always want Predators, especially on ball one, also on ball two. Now he has so few, it's funny, we saw on Meteor that players were getting a lot of points from ripping the lit spinner, and that was like the whole game. You notice on this game, it's sort of like the whole game is basically bonus. Pretty interesting, isn't it? Whole game is like bonus. So every game's a little different. And that's why we showed Frontier, Meteor first and Frontier second. Okay, so disappointing score for Corey, but it doesn't actually matter that much to him. He may play again here. Let's come over here and look at the classic scores. We click on Frontier. Okay, yeah. So I'm not. I got the third highest score. That's right. I forgot. We had 1.8 for Nick, million for Tim. So I'm very satisfied with that. And I beat Jim Belcito's scores. He's one of the greatest players in the world. So it was good. Corey giving another shot. Now again, there was no one in line behind him, so he just lined up again. One of the great things about the Pins and Pirates Rally is, as far as best game format tournaments go, a lot of times you have to wait in line to play the games. Like there are some places that might have a tournament just like this, but there's only one tournament at a time instead of 4, and maybe there's only 12, 15, 18 machines. And the lines can get excruciatingly long just to wait to make your next play. At Captains, we have so many machines. Pins and Pirate Rally, there's 40 active games at once. There's virtually no lines at all. So it's really best game format the way everyone kind of wants it to be, without long queues, without long lines. So, ball one down for Corey. I did that too. I accidentally got this. It counts. So he can come here for spinner points and more letters. It looks like that's what he wants to do. He could just come here instead to get multiplier, but he's only multiplying 20. In pinball, you're always making these decisions. What's the most important thing I need to be doing right now? And then you're balancing against the risk of trying to do it. He did what he thought was best, and I agree. He's like, I need to go back up for more letters. So we need more Predators. And spinner points won't hurt along the way. Spinner points will not hurt along the way. Okay, he really just wants to get the ball back up top. Oh, see, he got a second row. So again, this is the normal way to get ABC, but this gives you a first column Predator too. This gives you a second column Predator too. This gives you a third column Predator. So some of these Predators he's picked up that way, and they still count. So he has 2 rows, so his Frontier bonus is 30,000. And he has 9 total Predators, so his Dana Predator bonus is 27,000. He wants more rows to increase his Frontier bonus, and more Predators to increase his Predator bonus. So let's see how much he gets here. 94. And he gets up to 51. So he got 57 in bonus. Yeah, 27 in here and 30 here. Yeah, 57. Okay, so he got 1x Frontier bonus and 1x then Predators bonus. It worked. Sometimes my count is off. It's probably just me. Corey's also a mathematician. Maybe you don't know that I'm a mathematician. For those of you who don't know, Corey and I are mathematicians. There you go. And friends. Oh. So again, he's not that happy with the game, but he's probably just going to keep trying. Because again, like we can come over here and look at the scores. Where's Corey? Refresh this. So yeah, so Corey got a low score there. Yeah, the tilt's a little crazy. So, he got 174. He's probably going to go back and play it again because he wants to get more than 67 points. And he very likely will. Like I said, he's a great player. We can look sort of at the standings here. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to sign off for a little while, and then we're going to come back a little later with some games in some other tournaments, either the 90s or the women's or the main or all the above. But let's take a look. Classics A Division, Nick Stein on top, followed very closely behind by Jack, Derek Price, David Oliver, some phenomenal SoCal players right here, and Dustin and Tim. Wow, a lot of great plays here. I'll let you take a look. Division A standings. This is the main tournament here. We see Derek on top. Wow, jump past Jack. Just a phenomenal player. It's fun to watch him play. It's fun to talk pinball with him. I'm glad to see him doing so well. Oh, he beat my Aerosmith score. Good. Good for you. I felt like someone should beat my Aerosmith score, and I'm glad that you're the one who did it, Derek. Great job. Anyway, personal notes aside, let's take a look at the women's standings. Okay. So there we are. Again, this is best 6 games. Oh, Destiny. Okay, she is the youngest woman in the tournament, I believe. So great job here. A bunch of number 1s. Wow, phenomenal. And then finally in the 90s. Oops. Yeah. Here we are. Okay, Dustin leading the trail there. So we got a bunch of different leaders, a bunch of different places. Pretty exciting. And I think we're going to lead it there. So I'm going to come back over here so you can talk to me. I'm going to type the link in the chat just in case you missed it earlier. Come check us out. Thank you for joining us. We're going to stream again a little later, some more games. And until then, good luck and happy flipping.